Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
It's a video circulating right now of people in Chile painting fish. You heard what I just said? A video is circulating of people painting salmon pink so it can look real. But you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit. Now tell me what they doing right here. You got recoil after recoil. You got the explosive diarrhea parasite floating. And they painting shit like this. They're putting stuff like this in your system. Look, it's right here in your face. When I first seen it, I said, well, maybe those fish aren't coming to America. Maybe the fish that they're painting is staying in that country. But I went down that rabbit hole. And look at this shit right here. I need you to go to the top of the page and tell me what that says. Where does America get its fish from? America gets its fish from wild fisheries in Alaska and the Pacific Northwest, local fish farms, and foreign imports from countries like Chile. And we can stop right there, because that's where the video is from. And that's not the only video. You telling me this is normal? This is what they usually do. Paint our fish. So you telling me all those things right there is going in our body? It don't make sense. You got recoils after recoils. You got people constantly getting sick from food. What are they trying to do? Pay attention. At this point, we don't know what chemicals they're putting in our food. It's a video circulating right now of people in Chile painting fish. You heard what I just said? A video is circulating.
Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Esau, Edom, Ishashua, Idumea, so-called white men, the original cave dwellers, the Caucasians, the rulers of this earth, the rulers of darkness, are controlling the world. They are the reason why the world is the way it is. Because if the real chosen people of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, were in the land of Israel, guess what? There would be peace on earth. And even the I believe the Hasidic Jews, or one faction of them, they know about that prophecy. As you can see in the clip before the scripture came up, is that they're purposely poisoning the food to bring in a famine and to make people sick, to be dependent on the GOV, or be dependent on Esau. And they're going to bring in and usher in the new world order and usher in the MOTB, Revelation chapter 13 verse 15 on down. See, we are not ignorant to Satan's devices, so don't be stupid. Don't fall into how they played the whole world with their scamdemic. Going back to the time of C19, 2020 to 2023. So anytime there's a crisis, just know it's coming from Yahweh Shai, but through Esau, to implement his new world order of total global control over the minds, bodies, and souls, mainly of the Israelites, and trying to MOTB the elect, the chosen, the 144,000 elect men of Yahweh Shai, the soldiers, the warriors, the prophets of the Lord. But really, again, it's to control the whole world, even the other nations. Romans chapter 13 verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Now again, the Lord's time is not the same as our time time zone or perception of time, because a day with the Lord is 1,000 years. Remember that. So that being said, we could be here for another 3-4 years waiting for these prophecies to really kick off and pop off, and like the snowball effect. But prophecies are speaking. Though they tarry, wait for it. Though they be delayed, wait for it. You see what I'm saying? Scriptures don't lie. The Lord's words are pure. It is a high time to awake out of spiritual sleep. It is a high time to awake out of this deep slumber of not knowing and seeing what's going on in the world, to escape the so-called matrix, because Esau is already setting up Skynet, just like the movie Terminator. Going into Terminator is just the prequel to the Matrix, to literally enslave the minds of the people. Look at the phones, look at the phone, social media, all the high increase in technology. So again, the clip is showing painting, and hopefully that was fish, but painting fish or salmon pink. And we all know about the farm salmon and the wild caught salmon, and how they're interbreeding them and messing up the whole ecosystem and the wildlife. Who's doing that? Esau, Edom, through his wickedness. That is the wicked of the Bible. You have the righteous and you have the wicked. Who are the righteous? The blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites, the true Jews. Who are the wicked? Esau, Edom. That's the top nation of people that are wicked. The so-called white man, the real so-called white man. Job chapter 13 verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value. Physicians are supposed to be the so-called doctors of today, healers, but it says forgers of lies. They forge lies through their deceit and doctor, which is to falsify what they give you and prescribe you pills and basically drugs to alter your mind state and have your body addicted to the bullshit, the poison. And then 5 years down the line, you're having side effects and you can't think straight. Your body's shutting down, your spirit is low, your energy's low, and you're basically just going crazy. And you're hooked like a drug addict. And food is a weapon. And Esau is very meticulous. Esau is so crafty that now he's going full force. Revelations 12 and 12, full force in contaminating the food. Food is what keeps people alive. If you make people sick, they run to whoever has the so-called solution. Order out of KO. Reaction, how's it go again? Create the problem, look at the reaction, and have the so-called answer. I can't remember how to say it verbatim. Problem, reaction, solution. There we go. The Wadi Al-Basha. But yeah, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is poisoning the whole earth, contaminating the food, the water, the air, chemtrails, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. This is who is in power, not the Ishmaelites or that weird ass doctrine that Esau is the Arabs and the Arabs is Esau. That doesn't make any sense. Look at what's going on in the Middle East. Who's bombing who? Who has, you know what I'm saying? You got to put one and one together. You have to think outside the box. But then you have to come into the fold of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. So Lord willing, this was edifying, straight to the point. Quick little video, on what's going on in the world. Shalom.